11 thrilling anime to watch if you loved Squid Game's deadly games and twists. Introduction. Ever since it was released in 2021, Squid Game has gained a lot of momentum in the survival games genre, where there would be a single person standing in the end after defeating everyone else involved. Winning a game like this can also include killing your opponents so they don't sabotage your chances of winning. It's simple, it's brutal, and it appeals to the cruelty that survival brings out in a person. Keeping up with this demand for rushing adrenaline, we bring you 11 thrilling animes to watch if you've watched Squid Game and are craving more. For those who haven't watched the Korean series, don't worry. These anime will give you a taste of the global phenomenon of survival games and their deadly twists and turns. Before we get into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Number 1. Kaiji, Ultimate Survivor. Money has always been a source of constant worry in people's lives, but some get it really hard. Overwhelming debt to pay off while trying to earn a square meal a day is a tough task that many cannot complete. The protagonist from Kaiji, Ultimate Survivor, Kaiji Itu, can't seem to get out of this lifestyle. In 1996, after completing his high school education, Kaiji moves to Tokyo, the bustling capital of Japan, with high hopes of landing a job. However, due to the country's first recession since World War II, Kaiji was unable to secure stable employment, which led him to sink deep into depression. He spent his days in his apartment, feeling aimless and restless, and he often indulged in low-cost pranks, gambling, and substance abuse. With his perpetually empty wallet and mounting debts, Kaiji found himself in a state of perpetual poverty that often brought him to tears. Kaiji's 2-year-long struggles with unemployment and poverty took a dramatic turn when a man named Yuji Endo paid him a visit. Endo had come to collect on an outstanding debt that Kaiji had unknowingly and quite carelessly co-signed for his former co-worker. Endo presented Kaiji with two choices: either spend the next 10 years of his life paying off the debt, or clear it by boarding the gambling ship Espoir for one night. Despite sensing something fishy, Kaiji chose the latter option, compelled by the hope of getting rid of his debt and starting fresh. Endo had his own motives, however, and used a con to trick Kaiji into accepting the deal, believing that he would never return from the voyage. Kaiji, Ultimate Survivor is a thrilling ride that will keep you glued to your screen for its 2 seasons and 52-episode arc. It's the kind of anime that will make your heart race with excitement and give you a massive adrenaline rush. The combination of the story, voice acting, animation, and soundtrack will provide you with an edge-of-your-seat experience that you'll never forget. It shows each of the games realistically, with the rules explained graphically before it commences, showing us Kaiji's process of thinking and how he tries to get out of it alive. The art style of this anime may not be the typical anime art style that most viewers are used to, but still, it fits perfectly with the dark and greedy nature of the world in which it's set. The visuals and imagery are quite immersive, making it easy for the viewers to get lost in the story's world. This anime's soundtrack is one of the better ones out there. The music adds an extra layer of tension and excitement to the already intense plot, making it the complete package. So viewers won't be disappointed on that front either. If you want to watch an anime with realistic games and the struggles an addicted gambler goes through to survive in a high-stakes environment, Kaiji will certainly suit your taste. Number 2. Gantz. What if you have a chance to come back to life after you die? Of course, there's a catch. It won't be the life of your choosing. Instead, a giant black sphere of unknown origin will decide your fate. Would you still take the chance? Gantz tells us a story of people coming back to life to fight against alien forces and score points to choose their fate. Kei Kurono, a high school student, accidentally runs into his childhood friend Kato Masaru while riding the subway. As they are chatting, Kato notices a homeless man on the train tracks and decides to help him. Kei joins in, and they both move the man to safety. However, they are soon hit by an oncoming train and seemingly killed. But, as if by magic, they find themselves inside an apartment they cannot leave, along with other people who have had similar near-death experiences. Inside the apartment, there is a mysterious black sphere known as Gantz, which dictates the rules that Kei and the others must follow if they want to survive. They are required to participate in dangerous missions where they must eliminate aliens, which raises several questions. Who, or what, are these aliens? Why must they be eliminated? Are Kei, Kato, and the others alive or are they dead? These are all uncertainties that the group must confront as they try to understand the rules of their new reality. Kei and Kato's chance encounter leads them down a path of uncertainty and danger. The presence of Gantz and the aliens they must eliminate only adds to the intrigue and mystery of their situation. Gantz is known for its graphic violence and frequent nudity. While it may not have as much violence as other shows like Elfen Lied, the violence in Gantz feels more realistic due to the show's character design, which is more lifelike than other anime. The show also gives plenty of time to develop its characters, which adds to the realism of the violence. The 3D CGI backgrounds are impressive overall, but there are some occasional shortcomings. Despite the violence and nudity, the show still manages to be exciting and action-packed, particularly during the missions that the characters must undertake. These missions are presented in real time, meaning that a 1-hour mission will take 2.5 episodes to complete. The episodes between missions provide a glimpse into the characters' normal lives, allowing the audience to grow attached to them or possibly become annoyed with them. It's a compelling and intense anime that will appeal to fans of action and suspense, so go on and give it a shot. Number 3. Tower of God. With only one way to go, and that direction being up, the tower is a mysterious structure that calls out to specific individuals, known as regulars, with a promise to grant their deepest desires. These desires can be anything from money and power to something beyond comprehension. However, in order to obtain their desires, regulars must ascend to the top of the tower, a challenging task that requires both strength and cunning. Baum's life was nothing but darkness and isolation until Rachel appeared and showed him the world outside of his cave. She taught him about different places, people, and things, opening up a new world of possibilities for Baum. But when Rachel leaves to climb the tower, Baum's world crumbles, and he is left alone once again. He decides to follow Rachel no matter what, and somehow he manages to enter the tower by himself, becoming an irregular. Unlike regulars who are selected by the tower, irregulars, like Baum, enter the tower of their own volition, causing disruption and chaos within its walls. Each time an irregular enters the tower, the foundation of the structure is shaken to its core. Baum's quest to locate Rachel and ascend the tower is fraught with danger and challenge, as he must contend with treacherous foes and powerful regulars along the way. Tower of God may appear simple at first, but it gradually introduces lore, character development, and world building throughout the series. This more traditional approach is reminiscent of shows like Naruto, One Piece, or Hunter x Hunter, which may not be as appealing in a modern, fast-paced culture. However, the payoff is often greater, with a more immersive world and intriguing story threads. One standout aspect of this anime is its high-quality soundtrack, composed by Kevin Penkin, who has also worked on other well-known series. The opening theme, performed by K-pop group Stray Kids, is particularly noteworthy, with a captivating melody and catchy lyrics. While the visuals might not be as impressive, the song alone is enough to draw viewers in. Despite appearing simplistic at first, the characters in Tower of God are well developed and compelling. The main character, Baum, may seem overly simplistic at first, which could turn some viewers off of the show. However, there is a good reason for this, and his character development is a significant focus of the series. This development happens gradually and in surprising ways, and viewers will need to stick with the show to fully appreciate it. Number 4. High-Rise Invasion. High-Rise Invasion is an anime that delivers a thrilling and suspenseful experience, as the audience is taken on a journey alongside Yuri Honjo, a 16-year-old girl who is stuck in a strange world of towering high-rise buildings that are connected by suspension bridges. With no way to get to the ground, Yuri must try to survive in this hostile environment where she is being hunted by masks, who are out to break her spirit and push her to the point of self-destruction. Her only hope is to find allies, search for her missing brother, and uncover the mysteries surrounding this mysterious world. Adapted from the manga series published from 2013 to 2019, the anime adaptation is a captivating horror thriller that grips viewers from the first episode. Yuri's situation is terrifying as she struggles to understand where she is and why she is there. The high-rise buildings that surround her offer no practical solutions, and the other people she encounters seem just as lost and bewildered as she is. Her journey takes a dangerous turn when she comes face to face with the masks, who use psychological torture to drive their victims to the brink of despair and suicide. This raises the stakes for Yuri, and intensifies the tension throughout the series. As Yuri progresses through this world, she meets a diverse range of characters who are either trying to survive or have surrendered to the brutality of this environment. These encounters pose moral dilemmas that test Yuri's survival instincts, and she must make difficult choices to stay alive. The show's central mystery is also intriguing, with every episode revealing new revelations that lead to even more questions. Along with that, characters like Sniper Mask make it more interesting because of the mysterious background they have, adding to the dangerous elements the anime already has in abundance. Number 5. Kengan Ashura. In Kengan Ashura, the norm for business decisions differs from the traditional approach of meetings and contracts. Instead, businesses opt to hire gladiators to fight for them. The anime portrays a world filled with action, martial arts, and violence, where wealthy businesses and merchants settle disputes by pitting powerful gladiators against each other in grand arenas. The protagonist, Oma Tokira, known as the Ashura, is a fighter determined to prove himself as the strongest. Hideki Nogi, the chairman of the Nogi group, hires Oma to fight in the tournament on his company's behalf. Oma is then managed by Kazuo Yamasta, a timid middle-aged man who is afraid of everything but somehow musters the courage to solve things in a jiffy. Together, the duo participates in fights facilitated by the Kengan Association. Throughout their journey, Oma and Yamasta engage in ruthless battles against other fighters who share the same objective, to be the very best. It remains to be seen if they possess the skills and determination necessary to succeed in this competitive world. Kengan Ashura features CGI animation, which is a departure from the traditional 2D anime design. Despite this change, the fluidity of the animation is remarkable and impressive. The anime does not waste time with its presentation, as it is simple and direct. Unlike most anime, the fighting scenes frequently occur without mercy and pity, and with an ample amount of blood and violence. Surprisingly, the anime is not rated for mature audiences, but it will definitely get your blood pumping due to the fights creating a win-or-die type situation. Despite the focus on fighting, Kengan Ashura manages to keep the viewers entertained with the plethora of unique characters, mainly consisting of fighters, each with their own distinct personalities. The anime also strikes a balance between humor and drama, only being serious when necessary. Although it may not be considered a masterpiece, Kengan Ashura is still enjoyable and intriguing enough to keep viewers engaged in the story. The iconic fighters' personal stories and bloody struggles will have viewers on the edge of their seats. Number 6. Darwin's Game. Sudo Kaname, a 17-year-old high school sophomore, is invited by a friend to play an online app game named Darwin's Game, which he unwittingly accepts. The game involves a perilous battle between players where life and death are at stake. Every player is granted a sigil, a unique ability that differs from one player to another. Kaname finds himself trapped in a world of ruthless murder and conquest. He resolves to clear the game and track down the game master to exact revenge. As the series progresses, it is revealed that there are multiple game masters in the multiverse, and they are fundamentally well-intentioned, though in a more comprehensive sense. Greed monsters are invading different worlds and devouring/replacing individuals, resulting in an apocalyptic situation. The Darwin's Game app exists to train exceptional players, known as champions, to defeat these monsters and save the worlds they inhabit. While there were some interesting elements to the world of Darwin's Game, it didn't feel like enough. For example, corpses leave weird holes on surfaces, yet people outside the game never investigate them. Moreover, the creator of Darwin's Game managed to evacuate an entire city for the Battle Royale, but this wasn't explored in detail. If these elements were developed further, they might have given the world a more intriguing vibe, as if they're saying, "You are merely pawns for my amusement," making it even more interesting. Number 7. Battle Game in 5 seconds. The games played in Squid Game were something that the players were familiar with. They were games that they'd played all through their childhood and that they knew like the back of their hand. However, Akira Shiroyanagi from Battle Game in 5 Seconds takes the gameplay to a whole new level. He's incredibly bored with real life and prefers to focus on playing games. So when he gets abducted and forced to play a survival game, he's actually pretty excited. The game is hosted by the mysterious Mion, and the players are there purely for her entertainment. Akira is similar to one of Gi-hun's old friends, Cho Sang-woo. Both of them approach the game intelligently and analytically, and they share an arrogant attitude toward other players. Akira has not gone to the extent of betraying his own allies like Sang-woo, but he does see himself as superior to the others, and he's willing to manipulate them to get what he wants. Although this anime follows the regular routine survival games and applies all the cliches a thriller anime usually has, it's still worth a watch just to see Akira go to extremes to get the job done. Number 8. God of High School. God of High School follows Jin Mori, a young man who lives on his own after separating from his grandfather Taijin at a young age. Jin is on his way to the preliminary round for his region when he encounters a thief. During his pursuit, he meets Yo Mira and Han Dae-wee, who are also on their way to the tournament and will be his future companions. The tournament is unique in that it is not just about winning, but also about pride. Participants can choose any wish, and it will be granted if they win, making the stakes even higher. The God of High School tournament brings together the most powerful contenders from all over, creating an intense battle royale. The animation studio, MAPPA, does an excellent job of providing intense chase scenes and effects as the three protagonists chase down the thief. When the fighting finally begins, it's clear that our three main characters are strong, but no one's fighting style stands out yet. The art style for the characters, where their noses look like they have a cold, is unique, but becomes less distracting as the episode progresses. It's totally worth it if you're a fan of martial arts anime combined with tournaments laced with fear-inducing self-confidence from the protagonists and dangerous variables added to the mix. This might be something you've been searching for. Number 9. Danganronpa. Danganronpa, the animation, is a condensed version of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, the initial game in the Danganronpa series. The story follows Makoto Naegi, a regular high school student who wins a national lottery to attend the esteemed Hope's Peak High School. The school is exclusive and designed for teenagers who have exceptional talents in their chosen fields. Students are awarded a unique title such as Super High School Level Idol, for instance, and are assured of success in their future careers. Upon arriving at the school, Makoto and his classmates learn that all is not what it appears to be after encountering the enigmatic bear, Monokuma. They discover that they are trapped in the school for life, and to be released, they must fulfill Monokuma's demands, which involve killing another student without getting caught by their peers. Fans of the initial Danganronpa game criticized the anime adaptation for being too rushed. However, the game's intention was to give players the impression that they were part of the story. Consequently, the pacing is suitable for the game's concept, but it would be too slow for the anime. Nevertheless, the anime may seem a bit hurried since some of the game's parts and dialogues have been excluded, which could have been suitable for the anime. Nonetheless, the critical information for the story, character development, and characters is still present. Additionally, the anime's setting and atmosphere are even better than in the game, as the background music enhances many scenes' creepiness and depth. The anime fixed the game's problem with the music, which was often happy or action-oriented, making it unsuitable for the scene. Danganronpa has one of the most charming and excellent settings of any anime, blending horror and survival together really well with ample manipulation tactics, violence, and mind games to go along with it. Number 10. The World Ends With You. The World Ends With You centers around Neku Sakuraba, a teenager who is introverted and struggles with social interaction. One day, he awakens in the middle of Shibuya's bustling scramble crossing with no memory of his identity or how he ended up there. Neku discovers that he is trapped in an alternate dimension known as the Underground, and must participate in the Reaper's game to survive for 7 days. To have a chance at winning the game, Neku must team up with Shiki Misaki, a girl with whom he forms a reluctant partnership. Together, they must complete daily missions and defeat monstrous entities known as Noise, while trying to unravel the game's true nature. The story is full of twists and turns as the characters confront unexpected challenges and obstacles, making for an exciting and engaging viewing experience. Despite the anime's imperfections, it has some standout moments that can appeal to die-hard fans of the genre. Beat's character is depicted well, and the relationship between Shiki and Neku is both heartwarming and entertaining. Additionally, the character of Sho Minamimoto, who is a fan favorite, is translated faithfully into the anime, and remains as brilliant as he is in the game. While there are some differences between the anime and the original game's storyline, these do not significantly affect the overall plot, making it accessible to both fans of the game and newcomers to the series. Despite the fan ratings, the premise of the anime and the music score makes it worth a one-time watch. Number 11. Btooom. Ryota Sakamoto is a young man who doesn't have much going on in his life other than playing the video game Btooom. Despite his unemployment, he's gained a following online for being one of the top players in the game. However, his world turns upside down when he wakes up on a mysterious tropical island, unable to remember how he got there. As he explores the island, he encounters a stranger who throws a bomb at him, making him realize that he's trapped in a real-life version of his favorite game. To his surprise, Ryota discovers that he is not alone on the island, and that there are other players who have also been brought there to fight for their lives. Each player possesses a unique set of bombs known as BIM, and the only way to escape the island is to kill 7 other players and take their green crystals. Ryota initially hesitates to engage in violence, but he soon realizes that he must fight to survive, as many of the other players are hostile and dangerous. As Ryota teams up with Himiko, another Btooom player, they encounter various challenges and obstacles on their quest to uncover the truth behind the deadly game and find a way back home. They face fierce opponents, hazardous terrain, and unexpected plot twists, but through their determination and cooperation, they inch slowly closer to their goal. Btooom is probably one of the most relevant animes on this list because it creates a sense of urgency and quick thinking in the viewers, just like how Squid Game did during the glass bridge scene. Give this anime a watch, you'll definitely enjoy it. Conclusion. Ensuring one's survival is the primary goal in anyone's life. It doesn't matter if it's a game or real life, but as long as you're still breathing, you can get things done by hook or by crook. Teamwork and cooperation go a long way in situations like these, but what if there can only be one winner, and it cannot be anyone else but you? Hoping that we never land in a situation where betrayal is the only constant you can expect from someone, we bid you farewell until the next video. This has been Corey Whelan from Marvelous Videos, and as always, thanks for subscribing to our channel and sticking with us till the end of the video. See you next time.